Okay, so I'm experimenting with doing my first vlog. What do I want to vlog about? This is why writing is easier than vlogging. With writing, I can, as I put my thoughts down on my Mac, sort through them, delete. Well, I guess I can delete this vlog if I don't like it. But I have been thinking about how crap my sex life in 2013 has been. It has been beyond ridiculously crap. And the worst bit of it is, most of it is self-inflicted. So I don't know why I'm making my sex life so crap, because it's really not good for my health. We all know the benefits of sex, right? So I can count the number of times I've had sex this year, which in itself to me is a bad thing, right? January, after my annual beach trip with the girls, we came back and two of my friends had checked into a fabulous hotel in Darkoa. So I was just hanging out with them and I felt really, really horny. So I think I had my BB at the time, so I BB'd this guy, right? And within half an hour he was over. So my friends were in the room, he came to the living room, and it was a junior suite, so there was a sitting room and there was a bedroom, and they were in the bedroom, like they were ready to go to bed. I'm like, okay, I'm just hanging out in the living room with this guy, we're going to get it on. So they kind of knew what the deal was. The only challenge is that the sitting room did not have a door. Why would you have a junior suite and the sitting room would not have a door? So it was just a doorway, right? So we started to get it on, and at one point in time, the guy and I had the bedroom door open, and one of my friends walked to the bathroom. And we just continued, or rather he continued. And I looked at my friend, and her face was a sight. It was just so ridiculous. So that was January. And then about a month later, this other guy friend of mine, he had been like, what was he doing? Was he calling me? He was calling me in a while. He's one of those guys, if he calls, you don't pick up, he won't stop calling. He will call. So one day I picked up. I can't remember, well, I can probably remember why he... It wasn't so much that he had pissed me off, but I just couldn't be bothered because the little things he'd done to irritate me. Sometimes I do this ridiculous thing where I don't want to date the guy, but like if I see him at a party with another woman, I'll be kind of upset because I'll be like, wow, so there's somebody else, you know, even though we're not dating, and even though the other someone else is probably not his girlfriend, probably some other girl he's shagging, I don't know. So anyway, I'd been ignoring him for that reason, but he called. He was like, oh, I can't remember what he said. Like, he has these fairly, what my sister will call Nkonso lyrics. But anyway, I was like, yeah, sure, come over. So he came over to, I can't tell you where because I might get into trouble. And we ended up having a really quick one in the, how can I describe it? Sort of, kind of like, it's not a library, but think of it as a library. But he did something to really gross me afterwards. He went down on me. We were in the bathroom of this library. He went down on me, and then afterwards he spat into the sink. Has anybody ever spat into a sink right after they have gone down on you? Yeah, so that put me off him. And then what happened? So that was February. And then I can't remember when exactly, but around April, May, this other creative guy that I've done a number of work with, he was hollering at me. We'd been on a date before. It was like, it was alright. It didn't rock my world. The date didn't rock my world. It was just alright. You know, one of those alright dates, you know, which picks up at the end of the evening when you're just like, oh, what's going on? Anyway, so the date picked up. We chatted some more, but we didn't really keep in touch much. And then he started WhatsApping me, and then he was like, I want to go down on you, and I'm a sucker for oral sex. So I was like, okay, sure. So we met up, we went to a hotel, one of those short-time hotels. I feel like it's a short-time hotel because I've never been in... I'm quite spoiled. I'm quite lucky that because of my work I get to stay in fancy hotels. So any hotels that are not very fancy, I just like, yeah, which is my privilege speaking. Please ignore that. I'm working through it, my class privilege. But anyway, so it was alright, but afterwards I was just like, okay, I'm not going to stay in this hotel. I'm going back home. And then we met up some other time. He seems to have an oral sex fixation. because that's all he wanted to do, go down on me, go down on me, go down on me. And it works for me. I mean, generally I prefer oral sex to penetrative sex. But after we'd done it twice, as in 2 separate occasions, and after like persistent WhatsApp messages from him, I just had to end it because I just wasn't really feeling him or feeling even his WhatsApp conversations. And he was overly fond of emoticons, and I love emoticons. So when somebody overuses them, it really breaks my heart, and you can't be sending me all these love emoticons when I know you don't love me. So that kind of ended. And then some other guy that I really liked, that I met up with, is like I really like him, like to the point where if he wanted to go out with me, I'd really seriously consider it, even though I know it totally won't work out. But anyway, I know he's not into me as much as I'm into him, as much as he denies it. The evidence to the contrary, because we all know when somebody really likes us, don't we? So for me, evidence to the contrary shows he doesn't really like me. And yeah, and these are the people I've hooked up with this year, and it's not really been satisfactory, and I haven't really wanted to hook up with, I don't know, like the usual suspects who are there, and you know, like they're 5 minutes away, and if you holler at them, they'll be here in seconds, even though sometimes sex with them is really amazing. So my sex life really sucks this year. And when September 1st of September, oh my god, the rest of the year can't end like this. Okay, so this is the first vlog from Darkoa. Sadly, it's a very shallow vlog, but you know, sometimes I am shallow. Okay, later.